Alright, so the mirepoix has been cooking for, about half an hour or so. It's steaming up the camera a little bit when you back off. And it's really reduced now. You might be able to see that the volume is significantly less than it was before. And there's this great tomato and vegetable fond on the bottom, which I'm going to leave in there, and we'll scrape off when we add the stock liquid in a bit. Now I'm going to remove this mirepoix right now. I'm going to save it for later. I'm not going to add it when I add these beef bones in a moment, because we don't want it to cook down for that long. We want the beef bones to cook for several hours. So I'm going to put the mirepoix aside in a bowl like that, and we'll add it toward the end of the stock process, along with some other herbs that I'll explain in the next installment. So the beef bones are still sitting here. They've been cooling for a little while and awaiting their next very delicious process. Now it's really important that you cook the stock for a long time. You don't want to cook the stock for 2 hours or 3 hours, because you have to let those connective tissues, all of the fats, everything needs to render out of that meat, out of the marrow, out of the bone itself, and really cook down. If you don't do that, what you're going to be left with is like an under-flavored stock. And to have a really good brown sauce, you need a really fabulous stock. So I'm just going to add these pieces back one at a time here. This is a little bit of a macabre assortment of calf and beef and pig bones. So they're going to go right back into the pot, just like this. And it's nearly going to fill the pot. I actually have probably more beef bones than I need, but I want to make sure that I have just a really, really rich stock. And as some of those connective tissues and the marrow cooks out, you're going to get sort of a gelatinous material that comes out. You definitely want that. That helps make that really rich sauce that we're going to get later. And here's the pig's feet that we browned earlier. It's just about going to fill up the whole pot. Of course, this will cook down a little bit as we go. And let's not forget there are some juices in this pot. Even just a few juices. We want to get rid of those. Add some water here to the pot that contained all of our beef bits. Wash that around, and we definitely want to add all of those juices, and that goes right back into the pot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add enough water to fill up the pot, and this is going to just simmer, boil and simmer away for at least 5 hours. Now you probably want to go longer than 5 hours. And that way you really get a good stock. I'm going to actually take this and let it simmer 8 hours, maybe even overnight, before adding the mirepoix, which is sitting over here. That's what we get after we caramelize the mirepoix and the tomato paste, and we get everything cooked down. I'm going to put that in the refrigerator and let it sit for a while we let this delicious looking stock just simmer through at a nice low simmer. Alright, we'll be back in a bit when we add the mirepoix and the sauce d'épices.